Good afternoon to all the participants, interested participants. We are going to see the 5 days course on creation of e-content on interactive uh, classrooms. And then Mr. Simon, ICT awardee teacher, national awardee teacher, will present this session. He is going to present on the topic today, H5P. You are all aware that we have a virtual control room where our teachers are helping our class 10 students. During this virtual control room, our teachers have given quiz to all our children, and it is very beneficial to our students. So this tool may be very important tool, and you can use the tool to motivate our children, and also they will be very interesting tool for the children. So I request Simon to take up the session regarding H5P.
So thank you, sir.
Yes, you can proceed, Simon.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon, all. Today we are going to learn how to create interactive e-content. So there is a difference between e-content and interactive e-content. Already we have learned that the e-content, the materials which are all available in a digital format, that are called e-content. So interactive e-content is different thing which interacts with the user. It's the students can interact with the game, the students can interact with activities. Those type of contents are called as e-content. Today we are going to learn how to create interactive e-content through H5P. H5P is nothing but HTML5 package. It is open source. It is a website. It is an online tool. Using that, you can create any different types of interactive e-content. Generally, if we need any interactive e-content, we depend upon the third party. Even though there are some websites in that we can use that interactive content, but we cannot customize it. Here, the H5P helps us to customize as per our requirement. Okay, H5P is a free and open source online platform where you can create interactive e-content. This content is made through JavaScript, and also it is collaborated with JavaScript and HTML5. It's both collaborated together. Using this H5P online platform, we can create, they have 46 tools. 46 tools can be customized. Okay, what is interactive e-content? Interactive e-content makes the participants active rather than simply reading or watching. Earlier, when we are showing a video in projector, we call it as a e-content. It is interactive like that. But interactive means when we are seeing the video, we just simply sit and watch the video, and the teacher interacts. Here in this H5P, the video automatically interacts with the students, and after that the video, when the student responds, automatically the video plays back. So like that, options are available in this H5P. That's why we are calling it as interactive e-content, H5P as an interactive e-content platform. Why do we need interactive e-content? I'm going a little bit faster this PPT. So after that, we can go for the hands-on. Why do we need interactive e-content? Okay, interactive e-content, it is the best way. It's a best way to educate, and we can entertain and we can engage the students. Because when we are playing the video simply, then they will watch for 5 minutes, and after that the students will not watch the video, and they will talk to themselves. In case of interactive video, it engages students if the video is about 15 minutes, and then 2 to 3 minutes after that the video stops automatically, and it asks the questions from 1 to 2 minutes, and then after the children answering the question, then the video plays. Like that, it has different types of activities. So that's why we need interactive content which makes the children to engage while learning. So the special features of H5P is the 4 items mentioned here. The first one is open source. So there is a difference between open source and free. For example, I am wearing this shirt. So this shirt belongs to me. I can give this shirt to my friend, and one more friend also can use this shirt. So when I am giving this for free, it is free. But my friend change should not change the hand size, or should not cut the collar. It should be as like this. So that is called free. When it comes to open source, I can change this shirt, I can color this shirt, I can cut this hand, and I can change, and I can stitch color flowers. So I can customize as much as I can. So that is called open source. Anyone can use, and they can modify as per their size. If I'm giving to some lean person, then he can stitch here, and he can customize as he like. So that type of freedom is called as open source. Likewise, here in the H5P, the tools can be customized, even the source code also given in the H5P. Using the source code, you can create a content like H5P if you know the coding. And then the second one is no license barrier, which I have told earlier. Suppose if you are buying, I bought this mobile, and this mobile is Motorola. I should not open it. Even though I purchased this one, I should not open it, because the license says that you should not open this. You should give this mobile only to the authorized customer care center. But when in case of open source, if I am buying a product, I can use this product, I can modify this mobile, and I can change its color, and I can even modify its OS. That is called open source. There is no license barrier in H5P. And then the third one is online development platform. Why if it is online means it is online, it doesn't work in offline, you will be thinking. Because it works in online, even we can work it in offline also. It requires some other platform. In online means it has lots of benefit. One thing, if you are installing some software in your system, you need at least minimum 4 GB RAM, and then the motherboard must have high configuration, and then the processor also, you must use minimum 5 i5 14th generation or 15th generation. So sorry, 7th or 8th generation. But when it comes to online platform, you can just use your mobile, and you can go inside H5P website, and you can create content without downloading any software. So it saves your system space. And also, if you are creating content through H5P, it automatically saves it in the server. So you don't need to have any space in your mobile. And then the fourth one is no coding required. So if you want to create some e-content, sure, we must learn CSS, Java, and then C++, and then HTML5. These codings and all we should learn. Without these codings, we can't create any e-content. But here in this case, we don't need any coding here, because everything is prepared in this H5P. So everything is prepared. It's like a fast food, and the cabbage is chopped, and then we are having the salt, and then we are having the eggs, and we have the rice which is already cooked. It's like that, and we can prepare prepare like a fried rice. We can prepare instantly. We can create e-content within 3 to 5 minutes. We can create a wonderful e-content using this H5P. So these are all the four main features. First one is open source, and then the second one is no license barriers, and then the third one is it's an online platform, and then the fourth one is no coding required. Who is it for? It is for whom? The H5P is mainly for the teachers. And then the second one is for the course creators. Because the teachers, because it will be useful for the teachers, because not the teachers will be strong in the academic side, but they will not be very strong in the technical part. So the main goal of the H5P is they want the teachers to create e-content by using the mouse. Just using the mouse, you can create 46 e-content here. And then for the course creators means there are lots of online courses running MOOCs, MOOCs, massive open online course, and then and the central government is having SWAYAM platform, SWAYAM. I will repeat it again. MOOC means massive open online course, MOOC. Our government has SWAYAM platform. In that you can register SWAYAM, SWAYAM. Swayam platform, in that you can register, and they are running lots of online courses. You can join the course, and then you will get online certificate. And then it is for learners. That means the students. Okay. And also the H5P, the another benefit of the H5P is, suppose if you are having a website, we can embed it. The first thing is that can be used to create on the H5P site. We can go into the H5P site and we can create. That is one. And also it can be run on multiple platforms. Even if it is in Linux, it will work. Even if it is in Linux and then Mint, it will work. And then if it is in Mac, iOS, that is Mac, it will work. Even in your mobile, it will work. And also these are all the platforms which makes the H5P to run an offline. This will run the Canvas and Drupal, they will run as a, and WordPress. They will run as an offline server, local server in your system, and it will work. This we will learn later. This one is for advanced level. And also if you're having a blog, and you can embed this H5P content in your blog. Okay, let me show some of the interactive content. So this one is memory game. You can add image and you can add sound. You can create this type of content within 5 to 10 minutes. And then this one is arithmetic quiz. This one is you can create within 2 to 3 minutes. And then this one is image hotspot. Here the India map is given. If you click this Tamil Nadu, and then you will get the detail of Tamil Nadu, and you can add images, you can add videos. This one is called image hotspot. You can create like this content. And then this one is, this will not work here. Just this one is the image I'm showcasing here. This type of content we are going to create. So you can drag this and you can put it in the filler. This one is called drag the words. And this one is drag and drop. You can drag this button and you can click and you can drag here, drag and drop. That's all from the PPT. Now we are going to create how to create e-content. Before that, we have to sign up in the H5P. Now we are going to see the sign up in process in H5P. Go to Google, click, type H5P. I have typed H5P and then I'm clicking enter. I'm pressing the enter key. When I am typing this, I will get h5p.org. Don't go for h5p.com, h5p.org. And then I'm clicking the first item, H5P create and share rich HTML5 content. I'm clicking here. Then I'm getting this screen. Also, voice is breaking. My voice is audible? Am I clear till now? Just ping me a message. Just anyone, just type yes so that I can continue. Okay, here I typed H5P and click enter, and then I'm clicking this one. I'm getting this screen. If it is audible, just ping me a message. Okay, my voice is clear now. Here, there are two options given here. The first, this one is login, and this one is create free account. Okay, thank you. Now, I'm let's learn how to create a free account here. I'm clicking this free account, and then you will get this screen. Here, I'm going to give my username. You type your name and check whether it is available. And after that, only it shows. You type your name, and I'm typing my year, and then I'm typing some other. Let me go because I have the account. Okay. The username, I have given username because if I am writing Simon, there will be lots of Simon in that in H5P account. So this name will not be available. So I'm adding. So I am adding here with my name in username, and then I am going, and then I am typing my email address, and after that the password. In password, here they have given these five attributes, five parameters. The first one is it should be minimum 6 letters, 6 characters, one small letter, uppercase, add numbers, and punctuations. It means suppose I am typing my password as Simon. The first letter I should first, or any other letter I should use one capital letter, some small letter, one special characters. It may be it may be dot, it may be dollar. It's up to you. I'm adding one special character, and then I'm adding numerical. 6 letters I have used, 6 characters I have used. Here I used capital letter, and then I use small letters, and then I use special character, and then I use numbers. Please be clear with this, because if you are using, suppose if I'm typing SIMON as password, it will not work. So please follow this one. So this one is for password. So I'm giving some other password here. I'm adding one capital letter, one small letter, and then one special character, and then two, and then numbers. Again, I am repeating the same password. It says the password matched, and then I am scrolling down. Here the captcha is given. They had asked one question: what is the opposite of black? 5 letters, starts with W and ends with HIT. Just you have to type this opposite of black, white, WIHT. And then I'm going to click free account. Let me repeat it again. First I typed H5P in the Google, and then I got the screen, and then I click the free account. After clicking this free account, I'm moving down. In that I'm using in the username, I type my name along with the year, and after that I added my email address here. Then I moved down, In the password, I have to use, what I have used is one capital letter and small letter, and special character, that is at symbol, at or dollar, asterisk, that symbol, and then one numerical value, that is one numbers which you can use. And then I type both the password and confirm password, and then I move down, and then here in the captcha I typed what is the opposite of black. They asked the question and the answer is given here, white. I type this and then I'm clicking this create button, new account button. I'm clicking here. It's because the email address is already registered, because I have already registered, so it is mentioning here. Okay, I have already registered, so I am going to click this login button. Till now, I think you are all clear. I'm clicking the login button. And then here I got two text boxes. First, username or email ID, and then the password. So I have account already. I'm typing. It is not clear. Let me maximize it as much as simonpeter.com. I type my email address and then I'm giving my password. I filled my password and then I'm clicking my login button. After that, so I will get into this screen. Here, leave off these 3-4 buttons. You no need to use these 4 buttons. Here, this menu, my account will be useful. And if you want to sign out, you click log out. Okay. After logging in, you will get this type of screen. Here, you will get your name, the username, and then the view, edit, content, comments. Here, we are in the view page. And then the edit option is given here. And then the contents is recent content. Here in the quick links, there is the first one, try out H5P. It means we have to you try H5P. So this is the button to create a H5P content. Okay. After logging in, you will be getting this type of screen, and then here it is mentioned. Mentioned try out H5P. I am going to click this try out H5P. I am clicking this one. After clicking that, I will get this type of screen. I am scrolling down. Here it is given select content type, create content, and search for content types. First, let me give you one very simple interactive e-content, but it cannot be customized, but you can use that one. I will give you one simple content. I am clicking here, and then see here it is mentioned 46 residency, all content type. I'm maximizing it because some of them telling the screen is blurred. See here, all content types, 46 type of contents given here. So these are all the content. Agamotto, find the words, memory game. If you scroll down, you will get different types of the 46 content are given here. So I'm reducing its size to normal. See. Okay. Here, there is a text box, search box. In that, I'm going to search a content, arithmetic, A or I. If I type itself, I'm getting this arithmetic quiz. I'm clicking this, going to click this arithmetic quiz. I'm clicking here. Then I will get this page. Let me do it again. First, I click try out H5P. I click this, and then I'm getting this page. In the search box, I'm typing arithmetic quiz, and then I'm clicking this arithmetic quiz, and then I will get like this screen. In the first one, they had given the title. Here the asterisk symbol is given. Already we know if it is asterisk means it is compulsory, we should fill in. Here in the title, I am typing addition I'm putting one hyphen for to remember that in which tool I have created. So this one is arithmetic quiz. I'm typing arithmetic quiz. It's not compulsory. For my reference, I'm typing. I had made addition using arithmetic quiz. So I'm typing arithmetic quiz addition, and I have put hyphen, and then I typed arithmetic quiz. And then I'm moving down, scrolling down, and then arithmetic quiz operation. No need to change this one. And if I click here, this drop down linear equation, this is for higher level. I'm clicking this arithmetic quiz operation, and then I'm moving down. Here it is given arithmetic type. I'm again clicking this drop down menu, this down arrow. I'm clicking this one. I get the four. And here the four items is given: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Here the title what I have given is addition. So I am clicking this addition. I have selected. Here the maximum number of questions is 20. I am restricting it to 5. Since it's a demo, I am restricting it to 5. See here in the title, I have typed arithmetic quiz, and then intro is substituted welcome. Here intro means if it is needed, we can just I'm typing welcome. If it is needed, you can type. And then the arithmetic quiz, I have said arithmetic operation, basic operation. So that I'm going for the addition from the 4 basic operation. I have selected the addition. And then after that, maximum number of question 5. And after that, I'm scrolling down. Here the save button is given. I'm clicking this save. After that, I'm moving down. It loaded. See here, this is the intro I have given earlier. So it came here, and then here the start button is there. I'm clicking this start button, and also it runs with the music. Okay, the first question 28, 60, 80, 90, 96. I'm clicking here. The answer is right. Suppose if I'm pressing the wrong answer, it mentions this one is the correct answer. Again, if I'm clicking some number, again it shows it is a mistake. And then I'm clicking this right answer. So I have clicked 2 right answer, and then 2 wrong answer, and then 50, 59. And then it is mentioning here, you have finished, you have got 3 out of 5, the time what you have taken here. Here you can't customize the numbers, these addition numbers that you will learn in the 4th day, how to customize numbers. Here just we are, just I am telling you the part from the start to end, that's all. Okay, if you want to retry, Again, you can retry with the same question. You will be getting the same question, and then if you need, you can click undo. Suppose if you want some other automatic question, yes, the question is generated automatic here. You can generate questions, you can create questions on your own in the another activity that you will learn in the fourth day of this course. Okay. If you want to edit this, one, here the edit option is given here. I'm clicking this edit, and then I'm moving down. See the content which I have done is given here. I can make any changes. If I want to change this one to subtraction, I have changed to subtraction, and then moving down, I'm selecting this arithmetic type, scrolling down, so I'm clicking this drop down menu. I have selected subtraction. Again, I'm 5 questions I'm limited. I am okay with the 5 questions. I'm moving down, then clicking this save button. It's getting loaded, right? See, now we will get subtraction. If you want to, okay, I'm okay with that. If you want some other questions to be displayed, then go here. Here is the reload this page button is given here. Refresh button. If I click, the question will be changed automatically. See, I'm clicking here. Here, what I have got the first question here is 74 minus 63, right? I'm reloading it again. See, it automatically gets changed. Here we can't customize questions. So this one is the basic one. It can't be viewed in, it cannot be viewed in full screen. There are some options. There are some tools which can be viewed in full screen. This one is the maximum size here. Okay. I'm moving down to go back. To go back means to my home page. Here the option my account is given. This my account, you have to click this one. Whenever you want to go to your home page, please do remember that you must click the my account button. I'm clicking. Yes, it's there. I'm clicking my account. I'm scrolling down. See here in the recent item, the subtraction and arithmetic quiz is given here. Suppose I want to change into adding a negative numbers. I am going here to edit. There is an option edit here that I will. Okay. Again, let me do this with negative numbers to create an interactive content. First, click this try out H5P. I am clicking this try out H5P, and then moving down, so it gets loaded. And in the search, I'm typing arithmetic quiz. I'm clicking this arithmetic quiz, and then I'm giving adding negative numbers. I'm putting hyphen to remember. Type arithmetic quiz. This one is for practice only. After that, this is for your reference. After you get well trained, you no need to give here. Okay, here I'm moving down. Here I'm selecting the linear equations quiz. I'm selecting. The basic. You can do linear equation only. So you will get like this. You can't add that option negative numbers. That you can do it in the quiz that I will teach you later. Okay, after completing this, click my account, and then you will be the content which you have created will be given here. Suppose I want this arithmetic quiz to share with my friends. To share with your friend, right click this one, and then here the option copy link address. Copy this link address, go to Gmail, and then click, and then right click and paste it here. And then oops, I have stopped. Here I got the mail. I'm clicking this link. It automatically gets open. And then you can play, you can share it through WhatsApp also. Okay. Here you can play, you can click this one, and then 44 minutes. You can play and you can retry. Okay, again I am going to my account. Now I want to create a crossword puzzle for my student, which crossword puzzle for my student. For that, here there is a tool called Find the Words. Here the try again to create a e-content. Click this tryout H5P. I am clicking this tryout H5P, and then it is getting loaded. Here I am typing find. Okay, this is the grid word search here. Here select this find the words. I am clicking here. And then I am getting this page. Here in the find the words, as usual, the title we must give. Here I am typing fruit hyphen find the words. And then here the task description is the same. You can, if required, you can do. If required, you can change. Here it is already given. Find the words from the grid. Here the word list is given. Here you can't type in Tamil language in this one. Here you can type the name which can be separated by comma. Here I am typing some fruits name apple, and then I'm adding comma, and then orange, and I'm adding comma, and I'm adding grapes, comma, guava, 3, 4, and I'm adding one more grapes, pineapple. I have added 5 words, and then I'm scrolling down and I'm clicking this save button. Now I have created a crossword puzzle, a grid. Here you can find the word, you can ask the children to find the word. Here, can you help me? See here it is apple, orange, and grapes. Can you help me so that you can text? It's difficult for me to find. Oh, pineapple here. Then the grapes alone have left. Okay, I have attended 4. I am checking here. I have got 4. If you want to show solution, click this solution. It is given here. If you want to retry, you can retry again. It gets automatically shuffled. Let me do it again. To share this content, again you go for my account, scroll down here, find the fruits, find the words is given here, right click this, copy the link address, and then go to mail, and then you can compose and share. Okay, let me do it. If you want to edit this one, here the edit option is given here. I am clicking this edit. The content which we have created is given here. If you want to add, if you want to change, you can change. Okay, here there is some option given here. Text overrides. I'm sorry, this one. In that, orientation is given here. If I click this one, here lots of options. If I want everything to be in vertical upward, you click this one. All the answers will be in vertically upwards. I'm unchecking this thing. See, let me do it again. Click on this ABCD of this icon. I'm clicking here, and then I'm getting orientation. I want all my answers to be vertically upwards. I click this alone, and then I'm going down, and then I'm clicking this save button. See here. Here I have some difficulty with my mouse. Let me do it. And I don't know the answer. Let me check. Suppose if I don't want to enable this source solution, I can change this one also. I'm going down, going upward, and then if you want to edit, here from next to view, edit option is given here. I'm clicking this edit. Then I'm going down, clicking this ABCD icon. Here, the option is given here, enable show solution. If you uncheck this, it will not show the solution to the children. I'm saving this one. Moving down. Here I am checking the answer. It says retry alone. It will not show the solution to the children. Here, it also shows the time spent also. To edit this content, next to view, there is an option edit. If you want to copy this content, you can click this clone content that you will learn later after some time. Next to view, edit is option is given here. I am clicking this edit. You can do the changes as you wish. Clicking this orientation. That's it. So if you check, see here, the source solution automatically comes. Okay. Here I'm to go to the home page as usual. What you should do? Click my account. Sorry, it is not necessary. Wait. I will answer you, sir. Okay. Here you will get the content, list of contents. If you want to view, you can view all your contents here. So these are all the items which you have created now. Here the option I'm clicking this view. Here the option tryout H5P is given here. So when you are signing in, you will be getting this type of screen. To create a content, click this tryout H5P. And then here in the search box, you type, find the words. It is given here. I'm clicking this one. And then I'm giving some title. Then for reference, I'm giving this. Here I'm moving down. Then I'm typing. Don't give space. Don't leave space here. One, two, three, four, five. You can add as much as Karnataka, Andhra. Tell me one state. Okay, let's add our Puducherry in it. No, it's a union territory. Moving down, and then I'm clicking save. And then you will get this much, right? Because the words are big, so the grid size also will be big. If you want to go to edit, you can make the changes. Till now, we can stop here. Tomorrow, we will be seeing some of the activities, how to create a memory game, and how to create a memory game. We are going to see tomorrow how to create a memory game, and then how to create a drag the text. Till now, I'm completing. How to view all the activities? Yes, you can view all the activities. I think there is some error in the network in this server, H5P server. Yes, there is some error with the server. That's what it's showing like that. You can view all the content, sir. Without typing anything in the search bar, there is a scroll bar given there like this here. I think there is some issues with the server. Yeah, there is error with the server, sir, in the host h5p.org. Maybe it will work after 5 to 10 minutes. If you have any doubt, you can ask so that I can ask. Can I save the puzzle as PDF while taking printout while teaching learning process? There are many websites to create puzzles. This one is for online teaching. You can take print screen. There is an option given. There is a button in the keyboard. You can use that option and you can save it in the Paint. And if you have any other queries, there is some error. If you have any other queries here, you can ask. Please type in WhatsApp.
Simon, they're asking how to view all 46 activities.
That one I have answered, sir.
Okay.
That one, if here this one is not working here.
Okay.
Actually, there is some issue with the server of the from the host, sir, H5P. It is mentioned here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. No doubts. No. Everyone is typing no. It's clear. Thank you. Okay, today's assignment, you create two interactive e-content through using the tool arithmetic quiz and find the words. No, there is no option to add color, text color in word puzzles. Okay, the issues resolved. Yes. When we are sharing to WhatsApp, it opens the particular activity only. See here. Okay. Sorry, you asked for the 46. For Tamil, it will not accept this puzzle. In this tool, Tamil not be acceptable. Tamil is not cannot be done. In other activities, you can add Tamil. Okay, let me show how to share. Here, you can scroll down. You can see all the 46 activities. Because, yes, you have shared. Okay, let me show how to share. My account, I have clicked the my account. Oh, again, there is issue with the server. Yes, okay. Right click this one, copy the link address, and then, okay, I have copied the link address. I'm signing.
So Simon, are you online? No, I think Simon is offline now. Uh, we have created some posters yesterday. We have seen some posters online in the group regarding the ball-bound activities. The ball-bound activity starts from 26. We have shared the schedule also. If anyone interested, you can bring out the posters on daily basis. Like 26 violin, we have given the schedule. For each day, there is a schedule. You can prepare a poster and then you can post your poster in the group. We can use the best posters to share with other group members, to share with other teachers and community to publicize the event. Those who are interested, they can prepare a poster and send to the WhatsApp group. Similarly, this H5P, already I told you that it has been used in quiz programs and framing questions. It had a optimum use in virtual control room. Our teachers in virtual control room use this for class 10 students also. So we request our teachers to try out this very good tool and then come up with we have still more 4 days to go. We can come up with five more, this H5P tool. I request our director to give the concluding remarks on this session, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think you can start practicing, then only you will be able to learn better. You can start creating so that you will get familiar with that. So practicing in the right direction will definitely help you in getting things better. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Am I audible?
Yes, Simon,
Thank you,
sir, concluding remarks.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You can go ahead with conclude the session. Already, sir has concluded.
This session, sir.
Director sir came online.
Yes, sir.
And then you can also conclude.
That's all, sir.
Okay.
I have given the work, sir, to create assignment.
Okay. Thank you, Simon.
Thank you, sir.